Good afternoon and welcome to Estuate's webinar on Oracle Application Express, commonly termed as Apex, a game changer. Today's presenters are Palash Rai, Estuate's Manager of Business Development, Siddharth Singh, Director of Engineering and Services for Estuate India, Sumana, Estuate's Team Lead. Siddharth Singh has successfully designed and led teams in developing cutting-edge integration products and projects across Oracle applications. He has extensively worked in different roles delivering enterprise-level custom applications to customers across the geographies. Sumana Ravishankar has been involved in securing, implementing and designing Oracle Apex projects. In the last 6+ years, she has implemented various projects using Oracle Apex and SQL or PLSQL for clients across the globe. She has been involved with the clients from gathering initial requirements to design or build to long-term support. Palash Rai, with 17 years of experience in the IT industry, has performed diverse roles in customer service, sales support, account management, and sales early in his career. He has performed as a bridge for business delivery, both for organization as well as for the customers. Attendees, we will be emailing the link of this recorded webinar to all the registrants. If you have any questions, please type in the chat box during this session and I will take up during our QA session. Thank you Palash, Siddharth and Sumna for presenting, and we will be learning about Estuate's capabilities and Oracle overviews and capabilities and a few case studies of our previous work done, and also we'll discuss any questions you have in the QA session. And now I'll be turning out the webinar to Mr. Palash.
Thanks Anish. Good afternoon everybody. Thanks for sharing your valuable time over the webinar today. So here we start with a brief introduction about Estuate. Estuate was formed in 2005, headquartered in the Silicon Valley, USA, with offices in India, UK and Canada. We are a team of 350 plus consultants. Majority of our business is through client referrals, which is an indicator of trust-based relationships. Next slide. We focus on 5 specialized IT service areas comprising of Oracle Technologies, IBM Optim, Product Engineering, Big Data and Business Intelligence, and Staff Augmentation. In Oracle Technologies and Applications, we have implementation, upgrade, and system administration for Oracle EBS, PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, Sibyl, Fusion Applications, and Database. Apart from being an advanced business partner, we are also into product development partnership with IBM, covering all Oracle family ERPs. We resell, implement and manage data archival, data privacy, test data management, and application decommissioning solutions. IBM Guardium and DB2 migration are also a part of our IBM practice. Estuate launched its big data practice in 2012. We are also into BI applications, implementation and management, covering Oracle Hyperion, Endeca, OBIE, IBM InfoSphere and Analytics, including open source BI tools and big data platform. Product engineering services covers application integration for cloud, web services, SOA. Also included are mobile application developments, QA, testing automation services. We are also into staffing services, providing resources intended to extend our customers' engineering and support team. Next slide, please. In this slide are mentioned some of our clients with respect to our focus areas. For IBM Optim are companies like Citibank, Pfizer, Vodafone. For Oracle are companies like Ravitas, Hotwire, and Oracle itself. We have developed some custom applications on Apex for Oracle Marketing Group as well. In the product engineering, we have companies like Cisco, Salesforce. Visa, Bosch are some examples for big data and business intelligence. So this was all in brief about Estuate. now I would like to pass it on to Siddharth, who will give you the overview and the technical benefits related to Oracle Application Express. Siddharth, please.
Okay, thanks, Palash, and very good afternoon to everyone. In the next few slides, I'll be explaining about the Apex features, benefits, history of Oracle Application Express. To start off on the Apex overview, Oracle Application Framework, also known as Oracle Apex, started off as a project called HTML-DB, and with time it has evolved as a platform for developing enterprise-class web applications. Coming to the question, how is Apex different from other application development frameworks and platforms, is that Apex facilitates declarative programming, which is metadata based, involving no file-based compilations, etc. And all this results in rapid or express web application development. Oracle Application Express combines the quality of a personal database, that is productivity, ease of use and flexibility, which you generally get with applications like Excel, and augments the same with the qualities of an enterprise database, with features such as security, integrity and scalability. Apex is not only used for web application development, but at the same time all the development, programming, including the deployment and management is also controlled from within any industry standard browser. All the business logic of Apex applications resides in the form of PL/SQL packages, which makes it very easy to program and maintain. And lastly, the most important feature of Apex application is that it runs seamlessly with any Oracle database without any additional licensing or infrastructure overhead. In the graphics on this slide, you can see the development and management environment for Oracle Application Express framework, which is totally web-based. These screens show you the capability of deployment, management, and all the setups required for any Apex application, all controlled from within a browser itself. In these slides, I will be explaining about the Apex application architecture. There are basically two different Apex architectures, which are based on the Oracle DB version you are using. In the version 1 of architecture of Apex, which gets applicable to Oracle database version prior to 11.1 or 10G Express edition. Oracle database versions prior to 11.1 requires Oracle HTTP server, which is nothing but Apache web server, with mod PL/SQL plugin configured to access Apex pages. The mod PL/SQL plugin in this architecture functions as communication broker between the web server and the Oracle Application Express objects in the Oracle database. This maps browser requests into database stored procedure calls and renders your application on the browser. In the second version of the architecture, which is applicable if you are on Oracle database version 11.1 or higher. In this scenario, embedded PL/SQL gateway is used as communication broker, which removes the need of Oracle HTTP server required in the earlier versions of Apex applications. Embedded PL/SQL gateway provides Oracle database with web server and infrastructure to create dynamic applications. It runs in XML-DB HTTP server within Oracle database and includes core features of mod PL/SQL plugin. Coming to the Apex history, since years, Oracle Apex has been under continuous development and evolvement. And as of current date, the latest stable release of Apex is version 4.2.2. Some of the features supported by Apex in its latest versions are HTML5 support, which provides seamless mobile and tab support, plugins and team development for enterprise applications, and reusable components for enhanced support of interactive event-based charts, graphics and reporting. All these features and the history gives you an idea of how stable and mature Apex is in terms of application development platform. Coming to the Apex benefits, some of the technical benefits which you generally get with Apex applications are browser-based development. So basically you are able to develop, deploy, manage all your Apex application from within the browser, no infrastructure overhead, no specialized tools training. You leverage PL/SQL to handle business logic, ensuring that you can utilize your existing workforce for support and maintenance activities. Your Apex application runs within database and it leverages scalability and manageability options of your enterprise Oracle databases. On portability, Apex has out-of-box support options for creating a test copy, migrating an application across environments. All these are easily and quickly achievable. If we talk about security, Apex seamlessly integrates with SSO, LDAP and has inbuilt Apex authentication, which makes your enterprise applications very secure and meet all your compliance requirements. You can also have RESTful web services for any third-party application integration requirements. And there are a lot of third-party plugins and sample applications available which facilitates quicker community development. I'll be passing it back to Palash to give some of the Apex benefits on the business side. Back to you, Palash.
Thanks, Siddharth. So as you just went through the Oracle Apex overview, there were some technical benefits narrated. In conjunction with those, I would like to walk you through some other benefits which matters you more on a business perspective. Firstly, ROI on Apex, and secondly, the employee productivity. Next slide. In the current context ROI, we would also include SOI, means the savings on investment. To start with, there is no licensing or support cost for Apex. The support being provided to your existing Oracle database covers the Apex part 2. Hence, free your mind from this investment point. The overall cost for development, deployment, maintenance and upgrade is quite low. When the product or the tool is easy and scalable comparatively, the cost around is naturally very low. No additional or third-party costly tools are required with Apex. There are no additional costs for backup or recovery even. You can stay ahead by quick deployments. The competitive times requires you to be ahead. Therefore, quick information processing and decisions coupled with adaptability to changes are the keys that add up to your revenue. You can fulfill your departmental application needs and even save enterprise application costs. For example, an organization whose stores or warehouse are at multi-locations. There the goods in and out, damages, approvals, issue of MRCs, the material receipt certificates, what you call it, etc. all can be transacted on an Apex application without any frills, and the database can be updated on a real-time basis even. Similarly, a dealer or a distributor management system built on Apex can likewise cater to your sales or after-sales needs and even be tied up to your enterprise setup, maybe the CRM. So the Apex application access to the browser is a cost saver compared to the enterprise client. Next slide. Increasing employee productivity is another key benefit. A classic conversion of such productivity is engagement for more profitable pursuits. You can save time on searching and access for information with centralized solutions built on Apex. With centralized secured management of business data and easy web access to reliable up-to-date business information, employees can quickly become more productive. They no longer waste time searching for resources on individual desktops or be in a risk of using potentially out-of-date information. Using Apex, you can improve your employees' productivity by developing applications that generate online dashboards with graphic representations, or you can streamline your internal operations or the business processes. Employees are able to work with much greater consistency and efficiency. An example for it, that in the US, a leading global consulting firm streamlined its click-through requirements so that in one screen, working with an Oracle database now provides their users with the same information that previously required more than 20 different screens. A process that used to take 25 minutes has now been reduced to 2.5. The familiar and intuitive Apex applications navigation allows for faster end-user ramp-up with little training and frees the end users from usage of complex applications. Similarly, the developers have a shortened software engineering lifecycle also. Therefore, in a nutshell, it can be said that freeing up the resources early leads to increase in employee productivity and ultimately make you save or lower your investments. So this was all about the Apex benefits on from the business or the savings perspective. I would now like to pass it on to Siddharth to take up the case study. Siddharth, please.
Thanks, Palash. Now I will be explaining about the case study for an Apex application which we developed for one of our esteemed customer. Customer in this case study is one of the world's leading university based out of US and is in the field of education and research. First, we will start by explaining about the background of customer and the university. In this particular case study receives funds from a variety of sources which includes government, non-government, corporate sponsors and tuitions. These funds are most of the times intended for specific tasks and research work to be carried out within the university, and in order to ensure proper utilization of funds, the university has to create and manage almost 30,000 funds. On the business requirement side, in order to ensure efficient creation, allocation and management of these funds, the customers required a consolidated fund management system with features to report on planned and forecasted budgets, creation and management of gifts or grants across departments, and enabling departments in managing their accounts, which is called Project Task and Awards, also termed as PTA. PTA is something which forms the base of accounting across university. Additionally, would also like to highlight that the customers require the system to be web-based, having very intuitive UI and easy to use for business users. Coming to the Estuate solution, we did research and analysis on the customer's existing infrastructure, and we came to a conclusion that customer was having an existing setup of Oracle e-business suite. So we tried to leverage the customer's existing infrastructure and proposed an Apex-based solution which comprises of 3 different applications to fulfill the customer's business requirement. These applications are Faculty Financial Inquiry Tool, which is FFPT, Gifts Transmittal, and Project Task Award Manager, PTA Manager. I'll be explaining in more detail about these applications in subsequent slides. The main idea behind proposing this solution was to leverage Apex capabilities of Express development, leading to quick turnaround, Web 2.0 user interface standards, and no additional infrastructure costing or effort overhead. Coming on the details of the applications which were developed as part of the fund management system, first was the gift transmittal, which was developed for the departments to enter, approve and track gifts made to the university online. Automated workflows, auto-approval notifications and document repository to hold on the attachments required for the creation and approval of gifts were developed as part of this particular application. PTA Manager was developed to act as an entry point for the creation of project tasks and awards and triggering the required approval workflow for accounts. Online configurable workflows were developed to automate offline PTA creation and approvals. Faculty Financial Inquiry Tool was developed to help faculty manage their university financial resources. It provided options to drill down transaction details for researchers' individual and organizationally owned accounts and funds. Current, projected and forecasted balances are calculated using a combination of budget, revenue and expenditures. This was just high-level details about the applications involved in the fund management system. Coming on the highlights of the solution which was proposed, automated configurable workflow routing. As part of the solution, generic workflow engine was developed to facilitate automated and configurable workflows required for different approvals across the system. Simple web-based user interface was provided to enable system administrators to configure these workflows and associated notifications. Transparency and accuracy was achieved by providing single point of access for all the org data. Also, valid interfaces were built to provide accurate data access across different applications. To maintain uploaded donor documents that can be easily accessed for review, for approvals, and also could be attached to the workflows, a documentation repository was created as part of the applications. The developed application cut down a lot of manual effort associated to these processes by utilizing online workflows and electronic routing of data. The core features of Apex were utilized in order to provide simple, intuitive Web 2.0 interface. Lot of jQuery interfaces and other interactive application interfaces were also utilized, and the result was that the end application was very easy to use, and there was no explicit requirement of training for the end business users at the launch of the application. And Agile and Express development framework was also followed in order to give quick release cycles to customers. This basically brings an end to the solution highlight. In this particular slide, you can see a couple of graphics which displays about the applications which were developed as part of the fund management system. The first one is about PTA manager, and the second one is about FFPT tool. So this gives you a feel about the application. One is the report where there are different drill downs about the budgeted and forecasted budgets, and the first one is about the workflows, about the active workflows and status of the workflows which can be checked at a single point of screen. So this basically puts an end to the case study for this particular fund management system. Next, I will be giving it over to Palash for the question and answer system.
Okay, Siddharth, that was a great presentation. Now we will be opening the QA session. Please feel free to ask your questions in the QA part of the webinar or in the chat box. Okay, we have our first question for the day. Yep. Are there any limitations of Apex over other web-based application developed for platform?
Basically, Apex is a full-blown platform for delivering enterprise level applications, and there is as such no limitations which can be said that which gets applicable to Apex in terms of Java or .NET based platforms in terms of developing the web-based application. Yes, but on the plus side, it provides you quick and easy way to develop applications, agile with development cycles, no additional infrastructure overhead, to name some few of these.
And for our next question, we have how XML DB server works with Oracle 11g.
Though this question does not relate to this particular webinar topic and it is out of scope to Apex, but yes, that is a nice point, and I would certainly we would also always like to discuss it in separate discussions. But if the intention was about to knowing how XML-DB is supported within Apex platform, that is certainly yes, it is supported. It can be supported. If you have XML queries also, we can write it and do the required business logic within the applications also.
That was great. Now for the next question we have, where customization done in PTA?
Yes, customizations were done in TTA in the sense that depending on whatever the customer needed in the UI, those customizations were done in order to implement whatever they wanted. And the customizations were done using the Apex tool itself.
Okay, for the next question we have, you mentioned about, yes, we did mention about the dashboards before, and the question is, can RPTS be developed using
Reports.
effects? I'm sorry, it's reports.
Yes, that is also a nice question. We did mention in our webinar that we can come up with a lot of interactive dashboards which comprises of flash-based charts and all those things. Coming to reports, this is something which is very well supported by Apex, and that is one of the areas which is where Apex is extensively used along with Oracle EBS applications also for development of reports and different drill down based reports. So to answer in summary, yes, there is very good support in Apex applications for development of any kind of reports.
Thank you for the question, and I hope that explains your question, and if there's any need of further explanation, please type in the QA. And for the next question, moving on, we have, did you use EBS as vanilla flavor?
Basically, the EBS, every customer has the customizations done on EBS, and it's not the vanilla flavor. It does not matter whether it's vanilla or customized. Apex is an extension to the basic functionality provided by EBS.
Moving to our next question, we have, please explain how EBS, DB, Apex work.
Yes, as mentioned in our case study also, though Apex has no dependency or no direct linking with EBS, but what we did was in this particular application, we leveraged customers' existing infrastructure, and when we say that, we utilize the customer's Oracle Enterprise database, which was used as part of Oracle E-Business Suite, and that was used to develop the Apex applications. So that way it was only related. Otherwise, we can also use Apex without any application, without any EBS in place. As long as you are having any enterprise Oracle database, we can develop Apex applications on top of that.
Okay, for the next question, we have Oracle Apps doesn't support direct download of reports to Excel. Is this possible if reports are developed by Apex?
Yes, we have download to Excel feature available in Apex. So whatever reports are built in Apex can be downloaded to Excel. With Apex 4.2, we also have the option of downloading or printing into a PDF.
Okay, seems that's all for today. If you have any other questions, please feel free to contact us or email us on the contact details shown on the screen. One more question we have here, yes, and how complex or simple is developing interfaces using Apex? If custom solution is built using Apex?
Yes, Apex supports web application platform, and also it also supports a lot of interactive frameworks which are available in the market, to name like jQuery and all, which helps a lot in developing very good interfaces in Apex. So it is pretty much easy, simple, and at the same time the development cycle is also very rapid.
Hopefully that answered your question, and moving to the next one. Estuate can develop one integrated page for AP and AR transaction to upload in DB in EPS R12.
Yeah, certainly it can be done, but these type of questions would be good to take up in further discussion. So we can, obviously have separate sessions. You can contact at the email ID mentioned in the slide, and we will be very happy to meet, understand the requirements, and take it to further levels.
Okay, that's all for today, and please feel free to share the link that would be emailing to you post this webinar session. Probably it will be on the web page in next couple of days. Thank you and have a nice evening and a great weekend.